To the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And our early season power rankings, of course, a lot should change over the course of the year, but this is where we stand now. Look at Indiana. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And I think for the Hawks, they're making a move now in the top 10, and this is a team to watch. I like what I'm seeing from them.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Rizachet in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Demon. And it's Clowney in at the 4th spot. And the Nets start out with the ball. Well, we got just a few games, Tim, in the books. Is it too early to come to major conclusions with what we've seen so far?
Well, Kevin, I know off of these early results, we want to go ahead and jump to later in the year. And that's the nature of the job. People want to know, and they want us to evaluate and predict, but an awful lot is going to change in this league for all of these teams over the next several months.
Can't wait to watch it. Now, here is Young. Here's Porzingis. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Here's Demon. Pass to Clowney. Porter looking it over. Here's Demon. Outside Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And it's Demon missing. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Now here's Porzingis. Last game with 30 points. And he makes that one.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. Two things you like to see from Porzingis.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trae Young. Coach told me Trae is an offensive savant. We have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and hound him on every possession. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Young. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. And Young kicks to Porzingis. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. It's Young on the wing. Over Demon. Young's shot is off. Daniels against Thomas. To the paint. Here's Clowney. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Young. Last game he had 28 points. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And the shot is good.
Well, you could see Trae Young right there feeling out where the defense was, and then he found that pocket in the mid-range, and he rose up and knocked it down.
Now, here's Thomas. 11 points last game. And that one's good by Porter.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
And Brooklyn has possession. Jalen Johnson missing his last shot. Porter passes to Claxton. Shot clock at 6. Demon, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Hawks leading inside. And then Johnson with the jam.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, outside Thomas, pass to Clowney. Outside Porter. He nails it, and we're tied up. Porter's got 6 points.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Daniels against Thomas. From deep, Johnson. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Porter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Now here's Thomas. Still yet to score. Here's Clowney. To the inside. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Now, Reza Shea, 11-point game his last outing. Pass to Porzingis. Now Johnson, 6 to shoot. Thomas with it, and Daniels picks him up defensively.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And here's Young. And here is Johnson.
I see him.
Back to Young. Shot to stop the run. He lays it in.
Now, how about Trae Young from close range? And this guy is such an impressive all-around scorer.
The Nets with the lead. Here's Demon. Pass to Clowney. Here's Claxton. Headed by Porzingis. Claxton no good. Hawks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the top. Deliver the hammer!
What a finish!
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Porzingis has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Pass to Porter. Inside. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
And Young kicks to Daniels. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Trae Young on top.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Atlanta making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. Now, here is Young. Defense is right there. Changes up and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Porzingis. Young finds Okongwu. Okongwu with the screen for Reza Shea. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Daniels. From deep, Brooklyn with the rebound.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Claxton. Ricochet with the steal. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Now here's Porter. It's Claxton high post. And Claxton throws it down. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Young. 5 points in the game. Okongwu with the screen for Young. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Young.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. They swipe it. It's Young on the wing. Back to Alexander Walker. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got 8.
Well, that's one thing about Trae Young. He has never seen a 3 he didn't like.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So, for the Nets, Highsmith is checked in, and it's Wilson in for Demon. Atlanta also making some changes here. Gay's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Dyson Daniels. Right side, Porter. Pass to Wilson. Outside, Porter. Here's Claxton. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Rockets in Houston. Here's Krejci. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Krejci. Clock at 6. Alexander Walker on the wing. Off target with his 3.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Highsmith. Thomas a screen. A 3-ball. Krejci with the rebound. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. Wilson against Kennard. Here's Gay. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the first. Outside Wilson. The Nets working the ball around now. And that one's good by Porter. Atlanta's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Guys?
Thank you, Allie. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Thomas got his second basket. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Kennard, the pass to Krejci. Here's Gay. Guarded by Porter. Gay's shot is good.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Here's Thomas. The kick out to Porter. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Kennard way outside. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Hawks. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of two super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Porzingis is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Houston in at the three, the small forward. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Outside, Porzingis. Good on the three-point shot. Porzingis has got 9 points.
Oh, the value of having a 7-footer with that kind of range. Porzingis spacing the floor for them.
Pass to Highsmith. Here's Buffkin. Still without a basket. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Mann's checked in for the Nets. Sharp, the pass to Martin. Now here's Wilson. Kennard covering. Shot clock at 6. Mann with it. Goes back up. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and you expect him to make that one. I'm sure he expects it as well.
Houston lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Hawks shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You've called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. Outside Wilson. Pass to Mann. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Alexander Walker passes to Porzingis. over Sharp. Rebounded by the Nets.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Friday, they'll be playing against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that Raptors game, that one's going to be game number 9 on the year for them. Really starting to get towards the meat of things by then.
There's a screen. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Kennard. Over Demon. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hawks.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Outside, Porter lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Hawks. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Kennard, the pass to Alexander Walker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Offensive rebound. Here's Demon. Nothing on the board. Kicks it out to Wilson. And another shot. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Sharp.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Zachary Rizachet's checked in for the Hawks. Trae Young comes in for Luke Kennard. Atlanta with the ball. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And it's Rizachet missing. Nets trail by 6. Rizachet has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of, and he has made good on that pick.
Young finds Rizachet. Porter with a block.
Good work on the defensive end for Porter Jr. Timing things just right there to get the block.
Demon, that's good.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 3-point game. To Porzingis. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night. Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Claxton sets the screen for Porter. Claxton no good.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
To the middle, it's tipped. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Nets trail by 7. Here's Demon. Floats one, and the layup is good. Demon's got 5 points now this quarter.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Rizachet, guarded by Porter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Okongwu, the pass to Young. Count that one. That's 10 points for Trae Young.
These are exactly the type of looks this team wants from Young. he will feel confident shooting off the catch in that area.
Nets shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And Brooklyn making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Johnson, he's checked in for Okongwu. And Daniels subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Clowney. 11-point game his last outing. Daniels with the steal. Pass to Porzingis. And the rejection by Claxton. It's Porter outside. Buries it from three-point range. Porter's got 14 points.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Here's Young. 10 points for him. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Nets trail by 6. Pass to Claxton. To the paint. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
The Hawks have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Down low. Here's Johnson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Nets working the ball around now. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough, length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Igor Demon.
And it's incredible at his size how often Young can draw contact like that.
That's good from Young. You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
What a weapon for a coach to have offensively. Trae Young has shown himself to be an engine for an offense with his shooting and his distribution.
Here's Thomas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's his first trip to the line.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight. Young looking around. Johnson sets the screen for Young.
to the left wing. Porter with the steal. For the three. Rebound by the Hawks. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it just kills your momentum. You earn the trip to the line, but at the same time, when you miss, you give your opponent life.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
And it's Risacher missing.
Well, he is fighting through it right now, still looking to get his first make of the quarter, but it's been an ugly start.
And Claxton throws it down.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Tyson Daniels on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Rockets.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Let's call it what it was. They got overwhelmed. The matchups were just not in their favor.
Pass to Clowney. The kick out to Porter. And he hits it to tie the game up. Porter's got 19 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And Okongwu slams it in.
And you've seen this maturation as a player. More often, Young is electing to make the right pass in pick-and-roll action.
Brooklyn's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Young outside. To the middle. Here's Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really in sync offensively right now. He is turning it up a notch. .102 left in the first half. Outside Thomas. Nets passing it around. Pass to Demon. Claxton a screen on Young. 6 on the shot clock. And Claxton throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And Daniels now top of the key. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The Nets shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Outside, Porter. There's Thomas with the 3. And it's Risacher with the rebound. Now, here is Young. He's got 14. And it's off from three-point range. There's Porter with the 3. And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for the Nets. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Welcome to our 2K Sports studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
They have played like they want it, fighting for every missed shot. You love to see that passion, man.
Yeah, you can sense the urgency in their game. We'll see if they can sustain it. All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
When I look at the Nets, they didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games. They got to wake up, get it together. Good news, still time.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
The Hawks shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Jordy Fernandez as we begin the second half. Porter banked in off the glass. Porter's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Nets.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now Young. Porzingis at the elbow. Back to Young. And the rejection by Claxton. Here's Demon. Misses from short range. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Young outside. Over Demon. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
They started out this half ice cold. 0 for their first 3.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. The Hawks trail by 4. Young outside. Porzingis inside. Claxton covering.
At this point, they might need to try something different. 0 to start the half.
Porter, no luck.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And it's Risa Shea missing.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless for their first 5 attempts.
Outside, Porter, inside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Clowney. From past the arc. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Back to you guys.
Yeah, tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Risa Shea. He gets it in there. Risa Shea's got his first 2 points.
Well, Risa Shea has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Clowney. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks trail for the tie. And the shot goes down. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And last season's most improved player, and Tim, I know you like this guy, Dyson Daniels, a rising player.
Well, Kevin, he is an elite defender, already one of the best we have in this league, and he's just getting started.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And here's Young. He's got 14. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Porzingis. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
No wonder defenses have a hard time limiting Porzingis inside. Just look at that massive wingspan.
The Nets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Outside, Porter. Pass to Clowney. There's the pick. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Daniels has got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Here's Demon. 5 points in the game. To the inside. Claxton plays it up and banks it in. Claxton's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
The Hawks shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Young passes to Porzingis over Claxton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Nick Claxton.
And check out Porzingis being sly with the pump fake there, pulling this man in close.
The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me, you definitely do. And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 1. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail bite.
Porzingis with a screen on Porter. Here's Ricochet. And the rejection by Claxton. Johnson outside. 3-pointer. The rebound by Demon. For Brooklyn, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Pass to Clowney. Porter in the corner. Now Thomas. He's covered by Daniels. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point land. Rebound, Atlanta.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ricochet in the corner. Outside Daniels. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Daniels has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you can tell Ricochet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Pass to Thomas. Daniels with the steal. It's good. And now a 3-point Atlanta lead.
He is putting in work right to the rim. Defense had no answer.
It's the Nets now. They host the 76ers after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Nets making a switch here. Highsmith is checked in. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Hawks on D. 3-point lead. Pass to Highsmith. And Young comes over to help. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Claxton to the paint. Deflects the pass. Porzingis with the steal, and they're on the break. Here's Okongwu, and he uses the glass on the layup. Okongwu's now got 4 points this quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hawks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Sharp's checked in for Brooklyn. So it's the Hawks now. 7-point differential. Porzingis sets the pick for Rizachet. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it's Rizachet missing. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Demon. That one's off. Still out of sync.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Here's Demon. 5 points in the game. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. Number 5, the Hawks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Martin with it. Still scoreless. And there's the call on Rizachet. That's his first foul. Rizachet with the steal.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was. And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Nets trail by 12. Sharp with a screen on Young. Here's Highsmith. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Highsmith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Hawks leading by 9. Kennard, the bounce pass. Here's Houston. To the wing on the left. Launches it. Thomas grabs the rebound. The net shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Martin, the pass to Highsmith. Outside Thomas. Six on the shot clock. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Kennard. Atlanta again missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Well, that is the shot he should be looking for. He's just got to hope for better luck next time.
1:31 left to play here in the third. Thomas passes to Highsmith. No good from outside. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Down low. Now, Alexander Walker. He's got 5. Inside. Shot clock at 5.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Outside Wilson. Pass to Thomas. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Alexander Walker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Hawks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. So he gets them both. Nets trail by 15. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Sharp, the pass to Porter. Back to Sharp. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Wilson kicks to Porter. Pass to Sharp. Clock at 6. Here's Highsmith. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Atlanta up by 15. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, the pass was so effective. Great job moving the ball with purpose.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Porzingis, Luke Kennard out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Houston in at the small forward. Kennard against Wilson. Fires it up. Kennard's shot is off.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Sharp, the pass to Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Making the most of the screen. That's
Howard's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
To the inside, Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
Nets trail by 15. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Sharp, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Porzingis.
That is just athleticism, working against that kind of length.
The Hawks leading by 12. Now, here's Kennard. Out to the right wing. Here's Houston. Here's Alexander Walker. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Porzingis against Sharp. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's now got 8 rebounds in this game. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Highsmith the pass to Wilson. Sharp with a screen on Kennard. Wilson into the lane. It's Martin on the wing. Looking for Sharp, and he gets it there. 2 on the clock. Over Okongwu. No good there off the double clutch.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
Nets trail by 17. There's a screen by Porter. Wilson kicks to Porter. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here's Kennard. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Porter finds Sharp. Back to Porter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
That free throw, no good. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
And again, it's Porzingis. Porzingis has got 24 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Wilson. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 9 rebounds now tonight. Alexander Walker passes to Young. The Hawks working the ball around. Kennard on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 20. Wilson with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Porter, no luck. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. And they'll get another chance. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
His first 3 of the game. Maybe that gets him going from out there.
Wilson with it. Outside Porter. Outside for Martin. Pass to Porter. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. Back to Porter. Here's Wilson. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Porzingis against Claxton. And here's Young from the arc. Brooklyn with the rebound. Porter's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 14-6 run. Young outside, over Wilson. Again, Young missing.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
It's Claxton high post. Here's Wilson. Sinks the three-pointer. Wilson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the 2-man game right there.
And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Here's Wilson. And the 3 off target.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Nets trail by 20. Now Wilson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
The first free throw is good, so both teams making some changes here. Both shots good from the stripe.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Young passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Nets trail by 20. Here's Demon. Outside Porter. Pass to Clowney. Shot clock at 6. Here's Demon. And again, it's the Nets missing. Daniels with the bounce pass. And the basket by Johnson.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Brooklyn's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Young against Porter. Young outside. Down low. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Johnson's shot is off. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
The Hawks leading by 20. Outside Daniels. So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, there's no question Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off coming off of a screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And the Nets making a change here. Thomas has checked in. Nets trail by 19. Porzingis with the steal. Daniels passes to Johnson. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Porzingis pulls it down. The Hawks leading by 18. Rizachet with it. Daniels fires, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Daniels has got 9 points now in just the second half. Nets shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Here's Clowney. He's guarded by Johnson, and that's in there.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now Porzingis. Young outside. Porzingis trying to get free. Claxton with the rebound. Nets trail by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hawks.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Porzingis.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
Outside Thomas, down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Claxton. Can't connect from long distance.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Yeah, maybe overly confident right there. And if I were him, I would not be making eye contact with my coach.
Can't get it. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Trey, this is a young team. Talk about the chemistry and the connection and how you play together.
If you're around us outside of the locker room, you can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. You can tell the reason why we do that. And I love this group.
The connection is there on and off the court. Guys?
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.